Let's see if we can have a little fun with them.
For nearly 40 years, Top Gun fans have missed this one tiny detail that changes everything about the film. And that's just one of 20 secrets the studio never wanted you to know. Let's uncover them today, starting with a fact that almost stopped the movie from being made at all. Fact 1. Tom Cruise almost turned down the role of Maverick. It's hard to imagine anyone else as Maverick, but believe it or not, Tom Cruise almost walked away from his famous role in Top Gun. At first, Cruise wasn't sold on the role, until the producers convinced him to take a flight with the legendary Blue Angels. After flying with the Blue Angels, he agreed to do the movie on the spot because the experience changed his mind. Fact 2. Berlin won the right to record "Take My Breath Away." That unforgettable love song from Top Gun "Take My Breath Away" wasn't originally meant for the movie. Several big-name bands were fighting to record it, but it was the group Berlin that landed the track. Their haunting vocals turned it into a timeless anthem, winning an Academy Award and making it one of the most famous movie love songs of all time. Fact 3. A pilot died during filming. One of Top Gun's most chilling real-life stories involves stunt pilot Art Scholl, who was flying a camera-equipped biplane to capture a flat spin sequence. While filming over the Pacific, Scholl's plane failed to recover. Over the radio, he said, "I have a real problem," before crashing into the ocean. Neither he nor the aircraft were ever found. The film is dedicated to his memory. Fact 4. Maverick's impromptu kiss. One of Top Gun's most famous scenes wasn't in the script. After a tense conversation, Maverick storms out and Charlie chases him down on the street. Tom Cruise forgot his next line in the middle of filming, so he leaned in and kissed Kelly McGillis instead. Director Tony Scott loved the spontaneous moment and left it in. It became one of the film's most iconic and memorable scenes. Fact 5. John Travolta was initially considered for the role of Maverick. Before Tom Cruise was asked to play the role of Maverick, Paramount initially considered John Travolta for the part. But with a string of recent box office flops and a hefty price tag, the studio passed on Travolta, and the cockpit went to Cruise instead. It turned out to be a career-defining move, as Cruise's performance catapulted him to international superstardom and helped cement Top Gun as one of the most iconic action films of the 1980s. Looking back, it's hard to imagine anyone else pulling off Maverick's cocky charm and fearless attitude, quite like Tom Cruise did. Fact 6. The ghostly lunch scene. There's a long-standing rumor that Top Gun originally included a tense, ghostly lunch scene between Maverick, Goose, and the other pilots. But according to crew stories, the footage was lost forever when a lab fire destroyed it before it could be edited. Whether it ever truly existed or not, it's one of the film's most talked about mysteries. Fans have debated for decades about what the scene might have revealed, with some believing it held extra backstory about the pilots' relationships and unspoken tensions. Sadly, no surviving copy has ever surfaced, making it one of the great missing pieces of Top Gun history. Fact 7. Val Kilmer never wanted to be Iceman.
You want to know who the best is? That's him, Iceman. That's the way he flies, ice cold, no mistakes.
Val Kilmer might have nailed the role of Iceman, but the truth is he didn't want the part at all. Kilmer wasn't a fan of the script and thought the character was one-dimensional, but he was under contract and his agent convinced him to take the role. Ironically, that part became one of Kilmer's most iconic performances. In fact, his natural coolness and smug delivery made Iceman a fan-favorite rival to Maverick, and over the years, audiences have come to appreciate the sharp tension and chemistry between the two characters. Kilmer would even later say he was glad he did it, as it opened doors to other major roles in the 80s and 90s. Fact 8. Top Gun School bans quote from the film. The real Top Gun Navy fighter weapons school takes this movie so seriously that quoting Top Gun lines is actually banned on base. Instructors reportedly fine anyone who says things like, "I feel the need for speed." It might be iconic in the movie, but in real life, it'll cost you. The rule was put in place to maintain professionalism and avoid turning serious training exercises into movie reenactments. Despite the ban, new pilots and instructors still quietly admit the film inspired them to join. Just don't expect them to shout Maverick's lines out loud on base. Fact 9. Tom Cruise almost threw up in the cockpit.
Maverick's airborne.
Iceman, what's your position?
090 at 180 miles.
Yeah, we're coming in left.
3 makes dead ahead, coming down the left side.
While filming the intense flying scenes, Tom Cruise came dangerously close to throwing up in the cockpit. The real Navy pilots pulled off extreme maneuvers that sent Cruise and other actors through stomach-churning G-forces. Cruise later admitted he was seconds from losing it during some of those mid-air spins. Fact 10. The flipping bird was legit.
Greetings.
One of Top Gun's iconic moments is when Maverick flips off an enemy MiG while flying upside down. But here's the real story. The stunt was 100% real, but that wasn't Tom Cruise. The move was actually performed by Navy pilot Scott Altman, who later became a NASA astronaut.
Watch the birdie. Jeez, I cracked myself up.
He pulled off the inverted stunt and gave the finger for real mid-air. No CGI, no tricks, just classic Navy swagger. Fact 11. Real jets and pilots, zero CGI.
Cougar, he's got missile lock on us. Get away from the sky.
Unlike today's blockbuster movies loaded with CGI, Top Gun kept it old school. Every aerial stunt you see in the film was performed by real Navy pilots in actual fighter jets.
God damn it, Mustang. This is Ghost Rider 117. This bogey's all over me. He's got missile lock on me. Do I have permission to fire?
Director Tony Scott wanted audiences to feel the speed, danger, and G-forces for real. No green screens, no computer effects, just pure jet-powered action. Fact 12. Off-camera, Maverick and Iceman tension.
Maverick, it's not your flying. It's your attitude. The enemy's dangerous. But right now, you're worse than the enemy.
It turns out the tension between Maverick and Iceman wasn't just acting. Behind the scenes, Tom Cruise and Val Kilmer barely spoke and stayed competitive off-camera, too. Kilmer later admitted he kept his distance from Cruise on set to fuel the rivalry and keep their on-screen tension sharp and believable. Fact 13. Bullshit was Kilmer's improv.
How could you see him?
Because I was inverted.
Bullshit. No, he was, man. It was a really great move. He was inverted.
In the famous classroom scene where Maverick brags about his inverted MiG stunt, Val Kilmer's outburst wasn't scripted. The surprise and annoyance on the other pilots' faces, totally genuine. The moment was so authentic, director Tony Scott kept it in the final cut. It quickly became one of the film's most quoted reactions, adding to Iceman's no-nonsense, by-the-book persona. Kilmer's quick improv not only stole the scene, but helped reinforce the tense, competitive energy among the squadron. Fact 14. Charlie was based on a real person.
She's also a civilian contractor, so you do not salute her. But you better listen to her because the Pentagon listens to her about your proficiency. It's all yours, Charlie.
Thank you.
Kelly McGillis's character, Charlie, wasn't just a fictional love interest. She was based on a real-life defense analyst named Christine Fox, who worked at NAS Miramar. Fox was one of the highest-ranking civilian women in the Pentagon, and known for her sharp intelligence and no-nonsense attitude, just like Charlie in the film. Fact 15. The call sign Viper came from a real admiral.
Very first man to win the Top Gun trophy. You will not find a finer fighter pilot anywhere in the world. Commander Mike Metcalf, call sign Viper.
The call sign Viper wasn't made up for the movie. It actually belongs to Rear Admiral Pete Viper Pettigrew, a real-life Top Gun instructor who helped advise the film. He even makes a cameo appearance as Perry on set. So when Tom Skerritt delivers that cool, commanding presence, he's channeling the real Viper. Fact 16. Charlie's Victoria home still stands. Charlie's charming Victorian house from Top Gun is still standing today. Built in 1887, the historic Oceanside, California home was moved in 2020 to the new Mission Pacific Hotel Resort. It's now restored and open to visitors, perfect for Top Gun fans hoping to relive Maverick's famous motorcycle arrival. Fact 17. Danger Zone could have sounded a lot different. Danger Zone, the track that defines Top Gun's adrenaline-pumping vibe, almost sounded completely different. Before Kenny Loggins recorded it, the producers offered the song to Toto and REO Speedwagon. Both bands turned it down. In the end, Loggins made it his signature hit and gave Top Gun its pulse-pounding theme we still crank up today.
Fact 18. The Navy used the film for recruitment.
We're gonna teach you to fly the F-14 right to the edge of the envelope, faster than you've ever flown before. More dangerous.
After Top Gun hit theaters in 1986, Navy recruiters saw an opportunity. They actually set up enlistment booths right outside cinemas. Navy applications reportedly jumped by 16,000 in the year after the film's release, with young men hoping to live out their own Maverick fantasies. Fact 19. The Navy gear cost $1.8 million. Those epic jet shots in Top Gun didn't come cheap. Paramount paid the U.S. Department of Defense nearly $1.8 million to use real Navy jets, ships, and gear. And every time an F-14 took off for a scene, that was about $10,000 right there. Fact 20. The producers changed Goose's death plot.
Oh no! Oh God!
Goose's death wasn't originally part of the Top Gun script. Producers had planned for him to survive, but after advice from Navy consultants and test screenings, they rewrote the plot. The studio realized the film needed higher emotional stakes, and Goose's tragic death became one of the movie's most unforgettable moments.
Eject! I'm trying! Eject! Watch the canopy!
That's a wrap on these wild Top Gun secrets. If you made it this far, you are officially cleared for takeoff. Which fact completely caught you off guard? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. And if you're all about movie facts, behind-the-scenes drama, and Hollywood's best-kept secrets, hit that like button, subscribe, and make sure to turn on notifications, because trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.